Welcome back to Dunstan Kiwi Bred. We return this week to Windsor Park Stud, where resident sire Guillotine's beginning to stamp his mark on the New Zealand breeding industry. I caught up with Windsor Park's Steve Till to talk about the rise of the son of Monsieur. Steve, Guillotine's progeny really stood out from the pack last season. Angelica Hall, 3-year-olds Daniel, Beauty's Beast, Beauty Shine, all getting wins on the board. Have those results vindicated the decision to get him here to Windsor Park?
Oh, absolutely. They, when we select a stallion, we look for certain attributes and he had all those requirements and the talent that we look for. So we've got high expectations here, and he's fulfilling those now. His oldest are only 3, but they've shown a tremendous amount of talent, and they look very progressive horses that'll train on, and they've done that from 2 to 3. So he's got an exciting season ahead of him.
Steve, given the quality of his book over the last 5 years, how sweet are his progeny's race results?
Well, they're up to expectations. You've got probably leading the way has been Beauty's Beast in Australia, who was a very good horse here that we took to the Sydney Easter Carnival and won a stakes race on their feature day there. So that was a big fillip for him in his book, and that's been backed up by very smart horses here like Angelica Hall, and this season's leading 2-year-old filly Steel Rose. As well, he's got horses like Daniel up in Singapore that ran second in the Singapore Guineas, and then subsequently has won his last 2 starts, and he looks an exceptionally talented horse. So yeah, lots of his progeny to look forward to.
Guillotine, he was a Group 2 winner on the track himself. What attributes do you see him passing on to his offspring?
Yeah, he's a very dominant stallion, and of course we stood his father Monsieur here at Windsor Park. Like Monsieur, he's a pure breeding bay. He's a bit more of a more substantial horse than Monsieur was. Physically, he's a robust, very well balanced horse. He made $300,000 as a yearling, so that's an indication of the quality and style of horse that he is. Before he was bought and raced in Australia. So he's a correct horse, very appealing type of horse, and he's been very well supported throughout his seasons at Windsor Park. We actually, when we purchased him, he arrived very late in the piece. I think we announced him in September, which is very late to announce a stallion, but he got just over 100 mares in his first season, and that's continued on through his books, and of course now his progeny racing successfully. He's going to serve another very solid book of mares again this season. He's already got over 100 mares going to him now, so we'll obviously look at closing his book if he gets to that level. It won't take many more mares to get to that level, and at the fee level that he's at, this is the time of the year when the breeders tend to book into those the sort of stallions at that fee level. So yeah, very, very, very satisfying to see him get that support and the quality of mares.
In the past, his service fees sat around the $8,000 mark. What was behind the decision to raise it this season to $12,500?
Essentially, that we raise the fees once they prove to be successful. That's from I was here when Starway started at Stud, and then all the stallions we've had since then, the successful ones like Karpstad and Thorn Park, Volksrad, Monju High Chaparral, we've tended to increase their service fees once they become successful. That underpins everything really. So when we send them to Stud, we set the fee at what we feel is a very realistic level to get the sort of support that we'd like for the horse. We keep it at that level until the progeny race, and then one way or the other they'll either go up or perhaps stay the same for a little bit, but then increase. So yeah, he's done a very good job. He's been accessible to all breeders at that level that he stood at, like you say, at sort of between $7,000 and $8,000, and now he's gone to $12,500. And I think if the support that he's getting in the market is any indication, then we've set him at a level again that the breeders are very happy to support.